Welcome to Traveling Marlins. In this episode, we're going to show you some things that Mark does before travel day. I'll show you some things that I do while we're on the road to help Mark navigate. And then for the grand finale, we're going to show you a car museum. It's called the Don Garlits Museum of Drag Racing and Antique Cars. And trust me, there's more than cars there. There's a really old jukebox, there's cash registers from back in the day, there's an old fire truck, there's a lot of nice things in the museum. So sit back, enjoy, and watch the show.
I'm checking to make sure my chassis batteries are fully charged. The green light's on, so I'm going to unplug the chassis battery charger, which they charge anyway, but I like to make sure. Check my gearbox for my belts for the second alternator, which is the chassis battery alternator. The big 270 amp alternators for the house battery charging. Belts are all loose like they should be. Well, I say should be. Will be. Due to the fact they bleed down. It's reading full, but I'll stick it in there anyway. Check it. We just had it changed. It is full, perfectly full. This is a transmission dipstick. It is full. Fan spins freely, means it's not engaged. I want to use my flashlight on my phone to look at my fluid level for the, and I really, that purple fluid, you can't see it. I'll probably have to get my ladder out and check it up to the door up here for the antifreeze, or the coolant, as I should say. It's not just antifreeze, it's coolant. If you recall, Gail, all the coolant was just changed out, and I've got to, they didn't get it totally burped, and I got to put a little bit more fluid in it. But for people who don't know, this is our water pump for the house. If we're not on city water, that's the water pump that runs the whole bus, and it puts out ample pressure. What we're checking here is that coolant level in that window right there, and it's just a little under halfway up, and that's good. You just need to be able to see it in there.
We hope you want to follow us through our travels and adventures, so subscribe and hit the bell so you'll know when we upload videos. Just point your camera at the QR code and then click these buttons. And while you're there, always make sure to check out the description because there's more information there. You'll have to click the More button to be able to see everything. So that's a good little tip. This is one thing that I do when we're on the road. I searched for the fuel stop where we're going to be stopping, so I found it here, and then I click on satellite. Then I zoom in so I can help Mark get into the entrance of the fuel area. So we're going to come on the access road. You can see how the 18-wheelers are headed. So that means we're going to turn in this direction and pull in. And then to pull out, it looks like we're going to go around here and back out this direction. So that helps us a lot on knowing what to expect. This is what it's like being at a truck stop. When we first started doing it, I was intimidated, and because they have unwritten rules on what you do. For example, after you fill up, you are supposed to pull up a little bit and then stop, then go inside and get your receipt, and then pull away. And that's not written down anywhere. There's no signs about it, but that's what they expect you to do. I'm going to give you an update on my Amaryllis. So that's going to be part of this trip. Like I say, I love this flower. Okay, I read that you keep the stem here and as long as it's green, because that helps with photosynthesis. So it's not really green anymore. And I'm sorry about the wavy lines, that's lights. But anyway, now I should be able to pull it out. There we go, it comes right out. And now we're left with this, which will be our third bloom, crossing fingers, but it looks like she's healthy and doing well. So, I love it. Well, this is nice. It's a truck stop that has a dog park. It's a Petro. Very nice. You know, I'm seeing more and more gas stations starting to do that too. So lots of people travel with dogs. And there's our friends behind us, Mike and Michelle, and we're going to be with them for about 3 or 4 days, going to the Prevost Expo. Diesel, you better hurry up and do your business. Don Garlits Museum of Drag Racing is located in Central Florida, right off Interstate 75 in Ocala, Florida, which is about 50 miles south of Gainesville. There is a nice area for RV parking here. The Don Garlits Museum is here, and then this is the adjacent antique car museum, which has a lot more than cars. I really think I enjoyed it as much, if not more, than the Garlits Museum.
Yeah.
Available on 1,400 horsepower. Yeah, 22,000 RPMs.
On kerosene.
It says it drives the rear wheels. Top speed 219 mile an hour.
I didn't want to be an accountant. That was my mom wanted me to do that. And of course, I was good with the numbers. I was able to do it. I got straight A's in my bookkeeping classes and graduated right at the top of my class in accounting, and went right to work in a department store in Tampa, a big department store, Moss Brothers. And about 3 months into the job, my stepfather says, "Donnie, I can tell you're not happy with what you're doing."
Has 17,000 original miles on it. Let's see, Gail, here's what you don't realize. Wooden spoke wheels.
Oh.
You've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin, and I know it's never gonna end, 'cause you've been a good friend.
That's all we have for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week we will be going to the Prevost Expo 2023 show in West Palm Beach, Florida. So I think you'll really enjoy that one, and you'll see some beautiful coaches. Till then, safe travels. Bye-bye.